Which does brings us to chapter 45. The name of the chapter is the semifinals. We are going to start just before the semifinals with Hexa and Illia's match. So they again are fighting Niro, who is wearing armor that is made from the scales of his stoor worm, and the stone golem. The stoor worm is a venomous creature. It has a very corrosive touch, and they are known man-eater.
Do you think that the nullstone... Sorry, this is just a random thought, too. The nullstone that's in the castle, do you think that gets like turned off and on every single time that Vercingetorix roars from this coliseum, or does he have to be in the castle?
I'm not sure, and I'm not sure, does he add something to his roar to turn it off? Like, does he have levels of roar that he can use?
Like, imagine being like an Earl King, or what's the one that's holding the telekinetic field around the coliseum? Encanto?
Yeah, Encanto. Something like that.
Imagine having one of them employed to like do the laundry and that kind of stuff. And there they are just trying to take the eggs into the kitchen, and all of a sudden, he roars for this next fight to start, and their power cuts out, and they're just like, God dang it.
Drop the eggs again.
And they go out to get more eggs, and then the same thing happens again. Like,
there's got to be a workaround.
Right.
So when the match starts, the worm immediately goes for Raisen much quicker, and essentially is too fast for them to even react to, knocks Raisen out of the arena. The golem is absolutely monstrous, swings and knocks Illia and Hexa out. So the only one left is Nicholin. So he teleports into the arcanist pants and just starts biting him all over. The arcanist is jumping around, ends up jumping out of the arena just to get away, which does eliminate both of them.
But Nicholin didn't technically touch the ground.
It's a good point. I feel like they probably just gave him that one.
Yeah.
He didn't have much chance of coming back in. So they come out of the arena and they are distraught, and Volke ends up going over to comfort Illia, and essentially by reminding her that her focus really is on Callisto and not on the tournament. And Zaxxas, in order to be the most amazing boyfriend that he is, jumps in and tries to comfort her instead.
Probably Volke's like, God dang it, here's another competition that I don't want to start or be involved in whatsoever. But Zaxxas is going to make this competition.
Yes, just let this one's about Illia. We don't need to make it about ourselves. So the matchup is now set for the semifinals. So Volke is going to go against Niro, and Zaxxas is going to go against the stone golem, arcanist. So Volke, in preparation for his match, he ends up going to talk to Niro. He tells him about Adelgis, about the leech, how Adelgis' life is in danger. And Niro does say that Thiessen has something that would heal, but he's only going to give it to Volke if Volke throws the match.
What a freaking douche.
No respect for anyone but the dad. Everyone just wants the dad's love.
Right. And, I mean, if the dad said, hey, go jump off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge?
It sounds like it, honestly. And that concludes our chapters. And
with that, we'd like to thank you everyone for listening today. We do want to remind you that we do post new episodes every Wednesday morning around 11 Eastern, 10 Central, and 8 Pacific Standard. We are on all podcasting platforms and are also on YouTube as well for video. And we do want to thank our editor, Dan Mackison, for including pictures and links for everything. And if you wanted to reach out to us, we are on Gmail at frithguildpod@gmail.com, or on Facebook or any other social media at Frith Guild Podcast. We want to also thank Frith Chronicles Wiki as well, as it is a great resource for us to use. And again, link to everything down below in the description section for the podcast and YouTube channel. Thank you. And Scott, do you have anything else to add to this week?
Like, share, subscribe.
All right. We'll talk to you next week.